back in the Avon Valley at Limpley Stoke, just about to put in for a paddle downstream to Warleigh weir. This little figure of 8 canoe trip down the Avon and back up the canal has become a favourite of mine over spring and summer. It's been a fairly dry summer, apart from a very soggy June, which was some time ago, and as a result the river levels are really low now in September. I just managed to scrape over the weir under the bridge. The clarity of the water at this time of year is amazing. It's crystal clear, as the weed and other growth has had time to purify the water. Back in early April it was a different story, when the river was almost opaque and brown. Canoeing has gone beyond being merely a leisure activity for me now. I find the freedom of it addictive. The paddler gets a unique perspective accessible only to those on or in the water. Even if you think you know a place well, your view of it from the water will be different. It's a short paddle from Dundas down to Warleigh weir. The sound of rushing water flowing over the weir can be heard quite a way upstream, and is the first indicator that it's not far away. This place is as busy as the M5 services on a hot day. It's not quite as popular today as it's well into September. I think this spot has become very popular in recent years after it was featured in the Wild Swimming book. It's a lovely place for a dip. The portage across the field and up the hill to the canal above is short but energetic. The canal has a different character than the river below it. For one, there's no current, but it's also much busier, both with narrowboats and people. A paddle of a mile or so up the canal is the fantastically named Brassknocker Basin and Dundas aqueduct. I sometimes tie up at the aqueduct to peer down at the river below. The final mile on the canal is a serene paddle under the shady ash and oak trees to bridge number 175, which marks my egress point just above the lay-by back at Limpley Stoke where I started.